Staying small feels safe, but the guy who goes out there and grows his business doesn't make twice as much. He makes 10 times more money over his lifetime. So let's talk about what staying small really costs you. I'm gonna go through with $350,000. I'm gonna go through $1 million, $3 million, $5 million, and $10 million company to show you exactly what staying small really costs. So let's start off with $350,000 company. Say you're doing 30% profit because you're doing everything yourself. You'll make $105K a year. So if you're having a good route, build this up over time, let's say you're 3 to 5 years, have good pricing, you're doing really, really good for yourself. Make $105K a year. So over 20 years, you'll earn about $2.1 million, right? When you sell, you probably sell for maybe a 1 times multiple. So maybe you'll get $350K. But you've seen online that your company is going to get 3 to 5 times revenue. That's what you read online. So you think your $350,000 company is going to go bring you in $1.2 million, and that's just not real. Not. Sorry to tell you. Like I said, at best, maybe you get $350K for this thing. So over 20 years, you're going to make $2.4 million from this. You earned that money. You make good money. You made $105K a year over 20 years. You sold this thing for $350,000. Hopefully you got that $350,000, and hopefully you can live the rest of your life on that. Assuming you probably can't, so you're going to have to go get a job, maybe Ubering, maybe you're working at Walmart as a greeter. I don't know. Maybe you're door dashing, something. But you probably have to go get a second job if you didn't invest your money over that time. So I see it all the time. Don't get caught in the trap. And there's nothing wrong with this. I'm just trying to save you from being a solo operator that thinks your company's worth more. Now let's go on to $1 million company. Let's just say we do that $350,000. You go out there and build $1 million company. You hire 3 technicians, work in there, the operator with them. Now you've built a small team. You're doing $1 million in revenue. Let's just say that $1 million company, you're doing 20% profit because you're not doing everything yourself. You have technicians, you have overhead. Let's just say at $1 million, so at 20% profit margins, you make $200K per year. So over that same 20 years, that same company with 3 more technicians will make you $4 million total. And at a 4 times multiple, you're exiting about another $800K, maybe $1 million, maybe more. I've seen some crazy numbers, but I'm gonna use averages here. So this $1 million company over that same lifetime made you $4.8 million. Yeah, you're gonna deal with some headaches. You have a few employees. You're gonna have to build some systems. I get it. But was that hiring 3 more technicians worth an extra 2 point something million? Absolutely. Now we're going to go on to a $3 million company. Let's just say same 20 years, go to same profit margins, 20%. You make $600K per year. Over those 20 years, you get a 4 times multiple on that. You're getting an additional, let's just say $2.4 million when you go to exit. So over that lifetime, you've made $14.4 million by hiring a few more technicians. This $3 million company made you $14.4 million. I've seen way higher multiples than this, but I'm keeping it simple. We're going to go to a $5 million company. Same number, 20% profit margins. You're going to make roughly $1 million a year, right? Simple math. But let's just say you'll get a 5X on this. So when you go to sell this thing, you'll sell for $5 million. Again, probably more. So over that 20-year period, that company is going to make you $25 million. Now we're going to go to a $10 million company. With 10 mil, you've built a monster, right? Put in a lot of work, got some really good systems, hired an operations manager, you got some key leaders, you got someone running your office, sales team. Like you really built a monster. Over that same 20 years, that company is going to make you $40 million. I'm going to be conservative here and say we're going to sell for a 6 times multiple. Again, you guys didn't know this. Very conservative. 6 times multiple. That company is going to sell for $12 million in cash. So over that same period of time, over those 20 years, and I'm trying to keep this super simple for you guys to understand, that same company is going to have made you $52 million. the same 20 years. It's the same industry. It's the same work ethic, just a different mindset. The solo operator, like I said, ends with about $2.4 million in his lifetime. The owner who grows this $10 million company makes $52 million. That's a $50 million difference from one decision of not hiring a few technicians. But here's the kicker, right? The bigger you get, the more valuable every single dollar becomes. One truck business sells for 1x, right? One times revenue, and it dies if you're not working. Heaven forbid something happens to you and you get hurt on the job and you literally can't go out and work, then what? So what's more risky? Is it more risky by hiring a technician or risking maybe you getting injured? Maybe you break your ankle or something stupid happens where you can't go to work. You generate zero money. That $1 to $3 million company, let's just say it sells for 4 times because you built some systems, right? But once you get to that $5 to $10 million and you've really built a solid foundation that someone would want to come in and buy, like private equity or a strategic buyer, maybe they'll buy for a 5x or a 6x. Maybe it's 8, maybe it's 12x, depending on where you're at in the marketplace. Could cost you a ton of money. So big businesses don't just make more, they sell for more per dollar of profit. And the biggest reason people don't grow is the fear of losing control. Like I said earlier, the higher the quality will drop. It might, but this is where training comes into place. And I'll spend a lifetime of putting out fires. Like your job for a while is probably gonna be a full-time firefighter. Like I get it. You're gonna have to go through some shit. We all do. But you don't get out of control by doing everything yourself either. You can control by building systems that don't need you. Building systems and building teams that can run without you. Trust me, when I hired my first technician, I was scared too. But once I did, I finally had the time to think for myself, be clearly work on the business and not in it. And that's what gave me real control. And what's worse than losing money is losing moments. You miss the birthdays, the vacations you skip because you can't leave your route, the family events that you miss, the sporting events from your kids that you miss, Saturday, Sunday callbacks that interrupted your family time. Those are invisible costs of staying small. You don't see them on the spreadsheet, but they're there and they drain you. Like I've seen operators after 20 years, like they're just done. Their body's wearing out. Their health isn't good because they spent the last 20 years working 50, 60 hours a week doing the same job over and over and over again. And unfortunately, we all age. So you just can't keep up with the demand anymore. And they go to sell this thing and they're just wore out. They're basically giving this thing away because they didn't build anything worth selling. They're trying to find someone to go take this thing over. They're giving their customers away. Like we just did this 3 weeks ago. The operator's been doing this for 30 years, got a couple hundred people. Like no one wanted to buy it. You literally giving them to us. So just don't be that guy. So here's the shift you need to make. Stop thinking like a technician. Start thinking like an owner and an investor. And I'll just give you the quick little ladder, which you guys know. But first, it's sole operator. Then you're gonna have then you'll be an owner with a technician, and then 2 technicians, 3 technicians. Then you become the ops manager. Maybe you'll become the sales manager, inside sales manager. You're going to take on different roles. Then you're going to become the CEO. Then you're going to become the investor. Every step gives you more leverage, more time, and more freedom. And the goal isn't to work less. We don't work less the bigger that we get. We deal with more problems, but bigger problems, but we still work. But the goal is to build something that runs without you. You need a lead to watch your daughters do cheer or dance, your sons play football or whatever that may be. You don't have to miss it if you don't want to. And growth is going to be uncomfortable. I promise you, you will hire the wrong people. You will lose money. You will make mistakes. I promise you. But your batting average is going to get better the more you learn. And you'll build something that was worth all the bullshit. I promise you. You put in enough time. You learn every single day. You just don't effing quit. It'll pay off. And there's one thing that's worse than the pain of growth is the pain of regret. I never want to live with what I left on the table, what I could have done. I don't ever want to be that guy because I felt like that once before, and I never want to feel that way again. You can spend the next 20 years in the truck and walk away with $2.4 million. And again, not in cash. Or you can go build a team, great jobs, and walk away with 50 or 10, 20, 30, 40, $15 million that you can go live the rest of your life. One path will buy you comfort. The other buys you freedom. The pain of staying small compounds and the pain of growth fades, I promise you. But choose your pain. Only you can choose it. Which one is more painful? If you're ready to stop being the technician, start being the owner, make sure to like and subscribe and make sure to comment below. I'm going to show you exactly how to build a pest control or a service company that runs without you. I hope you found this valuable. I'll see you guys on the next one.